Hey all, welcome to Cloud Hub. So in this video we are going to see how to create a virtual machine. So before you create a virtual machine, you need to understand some basic concepts. So which means uh, you need to understand what is a resource group and what is an image. So what do you mean by an availability set, availability zone? What is a SKU, stock keeping units, and what is a virtual network, public IP, and energies, network security groups. So these are all the components that is required when you create an virtual machines. It doesn't mean like when you create a virtual machine from an Azure, it creates only a virtual machine. There are certain other underneath resources being created when you create a virtual machines. So what are the resources? The resources that gets created when you create a virtual machines are a network interface card is getting created, an NSG, network security group, you get a VNet being created, and a subnet gets created, and you get a VM resource created, and you get a storage account or a disk being created. So there are around 6 resources which gets created when you create an individual virtual machine. So you need to clearly understand, so what are the resources which gets created when we create an individual virtual machine. So this is a basic concept when we create an virtual machine, let it be a Linux virtual machine or an Windows virtual machine, right? So we will go to some live videos and see how to create an virtual machines. So before that, okay, we have created the virtual machine, right? So how do we test the connection whether the created virtual machine is working or not? So we can test it via the remote desktop protocol via RDP, and I will walk you through that as well as how to test the VMs that we have created is working or not. Okay, so let's get into the live demo. We are going to create a new virtual machine now. So, log into your portal.azure.com. So this is going to be a home page, and you have create a resource. So click on the create a resource. Once you click on create, you have different images available. So you can select Windows Server 2019 Data Center. So it brings you to the create a new virtual machine page. Okay, and it has the subscription and a resource group. You could see there are different tabs, around 7 tabs available. Okay, so you need to fill in these 7 tabs before you create the virtual machines. So I'll walk you through each and every tabs, what are the mandatory things that you need to fill in, and let's start. So resource group is nothing but whatever resources that you create, everything comes, a group will get grouped under a resource group. So I'm going to create a new resource group here, demo VM RG. I'm creating, and you can give the virtual machine name. I'm giving the virtual machine name as VM1, and comes the region. So there are different regions available. So you have, Microsoft provides more than 30 regions um, available. So you could have East US, West US, and you have other, if you go to others, you have Asia Pacific regions as well. So for timing, I'm just going with the default one, which is the East US one. And next comes the availability options. So if you go to the availability options, you have availability set and availability zone. Okay, so availability set is something like a logical grouping of VM that allows the Azure to understand how your application is built to provide for redundancy and availability. So in an availability set, you will have 2 or more VMs to provide high availability and resiliency. Coming to the availability zone is a little higher than the availability set. It says in which the data center you want your data to be available. So availability zone provides higher availability compared to availability set. Okay, so the availability set provides 99.95 percentage of availability, and the availability zone provides around 99.99 percentage of availability. So if we go to availability zone, you have three data centers available. You can select any of the availability zones, right? So for time being, I'm not going to select any availability zone, and we have already chosen the image, and you have an Azure Spot instance. So Spot instance is something, it is like in a standby server which has lower priority VMs. It will be taken away from you if someone comes to pay for that VM. Okay, so you don't select it for now. So I just uncheck it, and we come to the sizes. Okay, so here you need to select your size of your VM. So what is your CPU requirement and what is your memory and etc. So I can go and see all the sizes here. It lists you all the VM sizes and then the CPUs, what is the RAM capability and data disks, maximum input output operations per second, what is the temporary storage, and does it support premium disk or not, and also cost for per month for particular VM group. Okay, and you can see the filters here. Suppose if you wanted to filter the CPUs with 4, you can just select 4, and you could see the VM sizes with 4. Okay, and use the same way you can filter with the RAMs as well. If you wanted an 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM, you can evaluate and see it. So this is how you can evaluate and filter. I'll just go with the existing one. Then comes the administrator accounts. For each and every virtual machine that you create, you need to provide an username and password, okay? Which is an admin username and password. So I'm just giving, so I've just created my username and password. Then comes the inbound ports. By default for the Windows virtual machine, we given the remote desktop protocol. We select the inbound port as RTP, and then we have licensing. So licensing is this is something like Azure hybrid benefit, where in case if you have an already existing Azure license, you can utilize it here. So, but as of now, I'm not going to check anything. Next, I'll go to the disks page. So in Datadisk, I'm not going to check anything. I'm going to leave it everything as is. And coming to the data disk, if you could see here, you can create and attach a new disk as well. And you can even attach an existing disk to create, and if you need any more bigger sizes of your disk, data disk. So I'm not going to change here anything. Next, I'm going to the networking tab. So in the networking tab, it will create a network interface. A network interface is something, it requires a virtual network, and it will create a subnet, and it will create a public IP. So, so these are the three basic components that will be created when a network interface card is created, right? So public IP is something like where with this IP, people from outside will be able to access your virtual machines. And with this subnet, you can create you can create multiple VMs within the subnet, and you can connect it with the virtual network. We have load balancing, so I'm not going to enable load balancing here for now. I'm going to the next tab, management. So in the management center, you have an Azure Security Center, which provides a unified security management and advanced threat protection.
So it is already enabled for us, so I'm not going to touch anything here. Maybe I can enable auto shutdown. So this will shut down my unused resources, right? So suppose I create a VM, uh, if I did not shut down it, so Azure will charge me for the time it is being on, kept alive, right? So I can just enable auto shutdown. Other than that, I'm not going to touch anything. So coming to the advanced tab, so you have extensions. Suppose you wanted to install any extensions into the virtual machines once the VM is created, right? So you can pass any extensions to here, and you can pass any custom related data to the particular VM. So those kinds of stuffs can be passed here. So I'm not going to touch anything here. I'm going to tags. So tags is something like you tag your respective item to any of the environment. Consider this VM to tab. I'm just mapping it and coming to review and create. So what Azure does is it runs in validation in the back end. So what are the components that what are the details that we have filled in each of the tabs. It will verify it whether it is um, the correct ones, and then it will verify all the. You can see it charges 9 INR per hour for this standard DS1v2 VM, and it gives a basic summary. What is the subscription and what is the resource group that we have created, and what is your VM name, and what is the disk we have selected, and what kind of networking. So what is the virtual network, and what is the subnet, your public IP, and everything will be displayed as in summary here, right? So once you have verified everything, you could see here validation passed. So once your validation is passed, you can go ahead and create your virtual machines. I'm going to give an create. Now let's start creating the virtual machines. So probably it might take a few minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes, to get the virtual machine created. So as I said earlier, so what this will do is it will create different resources. Your network interface, your public IP, NSGs, your subnets. So around 5 to 6 resources it creates here. So I'll just give a refresh here. You could see the public IP address is created, and then the virtual network is in progress, and the network security groups are in progress. So it is completed. Still work in progress. And you could see the network interface is created. If I wanted to go and see my operation details, how much time does it took to create my public IP address? You could see here. It took just only 10 seconds to create my public IP address. And what is the status? What is the resource ID? These sort of stuffs we can create it here. Provisioning operation is a create provisioning status succeeded. And you could see what is the network interface operation details. So the provisioning operation is create, state is created, and it took around 18 seconds to create that resource. Let me refresh it again. It's now creating the virtual machines. Yeah, so it has now created the virtual machine as well. So we'll go and see how much time does it take to create a virtual machine. Could see the provisioning operation is great and succeeded. It took around just 1 minute and 37 seconds to create an VM. And what is the type? Is Microsoft Compute Virtual Machines. Yeah, now we have got the resource created. Once the resource is created, you can just click on go to the resource. Yeah, so you could see here the resource group, the status of your VM is running, and what is the location, and what subscription is this. You could see the public IP is created. Okay, the people who ever wanted to access the virtual machine from outside, they can utilize this public IP address to connect to this VM, and you could see the virtual network, and the subnet as well. So the DNS is not configured now, so probably we might configure the DNS name later. So you could see the spot instance we have not selected. Extensions we do not give anything. Availability or scaling we have not given anything. You could see the size that we have selected, one CPU and RAM. And you could see the disk enabled. Your networking, public IP, private IP address. Each and every machine will have a private IP address and then public IP address. Your virtual network and everything.